Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about makeup you can either get at Walmart itself or online on Walmart.com. All of these products you can get it both ways. So let's get started with brows. So I have two eyeshadow palettes here. One I'm using, one I'm just talking about. So I have, let's start with the one on bottom, the e.l.f. Bite Size palette, and I Love You Latte. This retails for $3, and if you can see, it's supposed to come with 4 shadows instead of 3, but this one broke. But yeah, this is great. It is great quality for $3. 4 shadows, $3. You can't pass that up. So now the one I'm going to use today is the e.l.f. Perfect 10 palette in Nude Mood. And I have here my e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo Brush, which I'm probably going to use for my brows the rest of the time. So again, I'm going to go into the 6th shade, which is right here, and fill in my brows. Hoping my fiance comes straight home. Last week, I had a little problem with him not coming straight home. So that meant that I would have to ride with his dad by myself until we could get him. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So he just texted me. I'm asking him now because I'm like, I wanna know. You know what I mean? Like, I wanna know what's going on. Because last week, I think what upsetted me the most was last week it was not expected. Like, they didn't tell me until it was time to go down. So, like, yeah, that don't work. That don't work for me. You need to give me a heads up much sooner than that. I have a wedding this Sunday. I've been Oh my god, and my fiance's been a butt about stuff too. Um, so he's trying to say that whenever this, if I end up having this baby, or you know, at any point I have a baby, that it depends on what mood we're in, or he's in. Sorry, he's in. Depends on whether or not someone besides us can hold the baby. Like seriously. Anyways, now I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. brow lift with the applicator. I'm gonna take that much. See if you can see that. Yeah, that's what he told me. Like when we started trying, he told me all because I told him that I wanted at least my dad and his dad to hold the baby. He's like, well, that depends on what type of mood I'm in. He's like, I don't care if your dad holds them. That's not a problem. It depends on, you know, what type of mood I'm in and if my dad's drinking. Like, well, that one I kind of get. That one I do kind of get at that point where it has been drinking. At that point, I do get that one. But at the same time, it's like, if he's not in the mood, his brother can't hold the baby. Like, nobody can hold the baby. Like, that's not fucking fair to any of my family. He's like, oh, and by the way, your stepdad's definitely not holding the baby. And I'm like, I don't care. That one I definitely don't care about. And there's a reason why he's not holding the baby. And I told him that one I did not care about. That one, yes, that one's definitely not holding the baby. That's fine. Sorry, not sorry. You know. No, I gotta clean my brow up, like always. My brow being up was on the floor. It's under the bed. Okay. Here. So, pretty much I'm just cleaning up around my brows, so it's like cleaning up the glue, the brow glue. And I did do a little skincare routine before starting this, like way before starting this again, because I really want that skincare to sink in. So I'm not going to do my the curving on my brows until after my primer. So I'm gonna do eyeshadow primer, let that sit, and then we'll do face primers. So, so this is probably gonna be another long video. So we're gonna go in with the 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm today. And this is not the concealer I'm using to carve out my brows today. So there will be a weird transition between concealers. Okay, I just letting you know that. So, now I'm taking my Camo concealer sponge, dabbing it out. So this concealer is done. And like I keep saying this concealer, because this concealer dries down so fast, it's easy to like powder it. Just sponge it. He just confused the living shit out of me. Now I need a drink of water. I don't know what it is. Now I'm wanting to drink water a lot. And I told my dad I think I'm sick. He's like, why? I'm like, because I'm drinking water. And what does he do? Checks my forehead. Okay. So now, like I said, we're going to powder it, which I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. But I also have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Press Powder, which I'm going to be talking about. So, this is in the shade Classic Ivory. And it's like almost hit pan, but what I like about it is it doesn't feel like an actual. It is a powder, like it doesn't feel powdery, and it just blurs the skin. So well. So I love this, and it has a little mirror in it too. So that's what I use as my mirror sometimes. But now we're on to the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, which is also great. And I got my little puff here, so I'm not using the Real Techniques one today. That's only if I use the e.l.f. one and don't want to use the baking sponge that I use. Which this fits my eye so much better than the Real Techniques one does. The Real Techniques does work too. I mean, all powder puffs are the same. So now we're gonna go into primer. So we have two different blurring primers. The other one. So we have the e.l.f. Matte Poreless Putty Primer, or the Matte Putty Primer, and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm going to go in with the Poreless today. So the matte one. It's white. It retails for $10. This retails for $7.98. And the Brow Lift retails for $6, and the both concealers from e.l.f. retail for $7. Okay. Anyways, this retails for $10, and it's good for blurring out the pores. and where I get oily in my T-zone, it's good for excess oil in my T-zone. I love this. Then we also got the original Poreless Putty Primer that I use too. But I'm gonna need this a lot because it just helps blend it out more. Like you can blend it out better this way than you can. Like, me just scooping it, putting it on, and blending it, you can blend it a lot easier and a lot faster. Okay. So let that sit for a minute. And he said he's not sure yet, so it's more than likely gonna be. And I have to write with this ad by myself again. While we're letting that sit, I'm gonna talk about two gripping primers. So we have the original the original Power Grip Primer, which is really nice. Feels really cooling on the skin, and it retails for $10. I love it. Really lasts all day. And then we have the Power Grip Primer with 4% niacinamide, which is what I'm going to use today. This definitely keeps your makeup in place all day too. Like, oh my god. It's so crazy. I freaking wore this one to my uncle's wedding. It lasted so long. So long. It was great. Sorry, I'm moving my makeup again. It was so great. And this is why I decided. So, we got Saggy, is that you? Yeah, just. Oh, there's been a random cat in here too. Gonna let that sit, and we have two more primers, and then I can carve out my brows and finish the rest of my makeup. Okay. So while we're letting that sit and activate its grip, I also have the Neutrogena Prep and Correct primer, which we're gonna use. This retails for $15.98. And then it's supposed to correct all your redness that you have. actually go in about that much. Kind of smooth it over my cheeks. And I just blend it back and forth until it's blended in nicely. And it like does cancel out redness. A little bruise or something here. I need to fix it some rain tone primer. There we go. Alright. And then we have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade Fair 1. Or 1 Fair, however you want to say it. And this retails for $14, and this is so nice. It feels so nice on the skin. It's like really cooling too. And I'm really hungry. Probably need to make so much after this. But yeah, this like, it makes me. And I'm gonna try to wear this all day. I'm gonna try to wear this at least for at least 6 hours. Maybe longer, depending what time I get done with pool today. Yeah. This makeup I'm doing today, I'm gonna try to wear for 6 hours. So then I can get the best use out of it. Alright, so the concealer that I'm gonna use to fill in my brows, or carve out my brows, is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Full Wear Concealer in the shade Ivory. Maybe. Doesn't want to open. It seriously doesn't want to open. So I'm gonna go in with this angled brush. And this is where I'm gonna start carving them out, and then my brows out. Alright, so now the other side. So now I'm gonna take my e.l.f. tiny concealer brush to fill it in. You see what I'm doing? Really taking my time. Perfect. Like, I'm really taking my time here to make sure that there's not too much concealer. In one area. That and just, in general, making sure that I don't go too fast and make a mistake. Good fun. Trying to figure out how to carve out my brows. Work out too low. Alright. So now I have three foundations that I'm going to be talking about what I'm using to talk about. So first we have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, which retails for like $6 at Walmart. This is great. I have it in the shade medium tan. This is great. Like, it feels so cooling on the skin. It feels just like just like a moisturizer. Feels so cooling. It is so great. And I love it. It feels great. And then we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade Linen. So, I love this foundation too. It does have a broad spectrum of 25. So, I love this one. I'm almost out of it, and I love it. I'm gonna get the correct shade next time. But other than that, it is a breathable texture, which means it won't clog your pores. I love it. And then the one I'm wearing, and that is like $13.98. This is, I don't remember. I think $11, I don't remember. But this is the CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation in the shade Buff Beige. However you say it. So this is great too. It's so hydrating. It's so great. Anyways, so I'm gonna use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I'm going to go right onto the brush. Learned I get the best coverage that way, and I don't have to butt it up as much. Oops. I guess I got us around this way. Look, look. Look how great this is. This foundation is. It can get a little dewy at times. Don't get me wrong, it can get a little dewy at times. Because of it being a hydrating foundation. Shit. It's gonna start this problem again today. Yay. Anyways, know what I mean? Like, because of it being a hydrating foundation, it gets a little dewy on the skin. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. It looks so good on the skin. So, like, yay. Something that looks good on the skin. I don't mind if it's dewy. Like with the tinted hydrator, it's also it can be a little dewy at times. Pump it, pump it. There's no way I'm almost out already. Like there's still plenty in the bottle. Why the fuck is it being so difficult today? I think I picked the wrong day to wear this foundation. So it wants to be difficult today. And I'm also gonna end my hairline in between my brows. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my Real Techniques sponge. Hold on. And some rose water so that I don't have that tap water. Yes. And just a few sprays. Get the sponge completely wet. This is the only sponge I do that to. I don't do it to all of them, I just do it to the one I use for my foundation, which is this one, or you know, the Total Face Sponge, or the one from Dollar General. Just so I can blend out my foundation better. It kind of knocks down the dewiness. So, then like I said, I shouldn't be out of this foundation already. we go. There we go. Time to come out. I'm just swimming to right there. Right there is it. And then I'll start building up the coverage in a minute. Every day. I totally do a tutorial that day. A part of my face itches like fucking crazy. Oh my nose. I'm having problems today. Because my whole face is itching like crazy today. Hey! Didn't have to fucking do that. The one I mean by like the dewiness. It is such a dewy foundation. It's a hydrating foundation. So I'm just trying to put it smudge. Trying to put it as many places as I can. So as many pumps as I used. And then I'll get a little bit more. And there you go. That's your foundation. That's your foundation lesson. For today. Sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry down for a little bit before I go in with face concealer. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go and do under eye concealer, which is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Rose. Let that set for a minute. Because I found out my makeup might be breaking apart so easy because I don't let everything dry down that fast. And I want to like hurry up. So I think if I take my time today and let everything dry down, not completely, but to an extent, I should be okay. At least for today. So now I'm going to take my Camo Concealer sponge. I don't know what happened earlier. When I woke up with puffy eyes. So now I'm gonna go back into the L'Oreal one. But yeah, like I woke up with puffy eyes today. I don't know why. So and I have one more concealer to talk to you about. If I can find it. Anyway, which is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. You can get this. It's just it's out of stock right now. And I have the shade Fair. This is a light coverage. Here's the applicator. It's a light coverage, but it honestly works for highlighting like what I just did with the L'Oreal one. So this works great for that. Now I'm gonna go into my sponge. And I'm going to my nose. This just highlights the center of my face without me having to use highlighter. Because today I'm not going to use highlighter in the center of my face. Just going to use tops of my cheeks. The tops of my cheeks today. Okay. So, now we're going to kind of bronze. But I also have the contour wand, which is, again is also out of stock. I don't want to contour today. I want to bronze. But this is great. I love it. I can't. And I'm trying to figure out what this is doing. Must be almost done. Anyways. So now I'm gonna go into the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. Kind of like tapping it on my skin. Bronze up the skin a little bit. It is gonna be kind of sheer, but it works. Honestly, I'd rather a sheer look with bronzer today. Especially because I'm also going to powder bronzer. I'm also going to the tops. Kind of bronze. Here, I'm not going too far today. So now we're going to go into the Putty Blush. And here's the brush. And I'm not doing any mascara or eyeliner today. Or I might do eyeliner with the mascara. I thought it was going to, but then I found out that I'm going to use this rotating sponge for now. But then what had happened is I changed my mind. Like, I don't want I don't want to use liquid highlighter either. I just changed my mind on liquid highlighter. So yeah, I think this is good. Blush into the powder blush. So I also have the blush wand that I was going to talk about. And then here's the two liquid highlighters I was going to talk about, the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion and the Elf Halo Glow highlight one. But there's some stuff I'm not going to do. And then you have your Elf Lash and Roll and Elf Big Mood. Right. So let's go away. Right. I don't think I need those contour. Whatever. Alright, so now I'm gonna set my face. And honestly, to make it go a lot faster, no, I'll just use this one. Oh my god, this feels so nice, guys. Like, I'm trying to get my face still wearing makeup all the time, because I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm gonna wear it for my wedding type thing to next year. But another thing I realized today is how fast my wedding day is coming up. How fast the date is coming up. I looked on the wedding website we're using, and it said 341. Which is still seems like a long time away. But actually, if you think about it, that's less than a year. That is less than a year. But don't get me wrong, I'm excited. So let me get my 3 eyeshadow. I was gonna use the CoverGirl Eye Enhancer Shadow too. I think just for the sake of time, I should just use this one. Alright, so first I'm gonna go into the first shade in the palette with a fluffy crease brush. Holding it back pretty far and then moving up. Okay. And then to define it a little bit, we're going to go into the 5th shade in the palette with my e.l.f. blending eye brush. This one I'm going to hold pretty close right away. forgot a brush, I think. Yes, I did. Okay. Now I'm going to take this flat top brush and I'm going to go into the third shade and then just wipe away your excess shadow. Alright, so the blush is still looking pretty good. You can still see it and stuff. But I'm still going to, and here's the lippies I was going to use. I'm not going to use any eyeliner either, but I'm still going to put some blush and bronzer on. So let me do the bronzer first. So I have the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer. I know there's some stuff I forgot too, but you just need to make the bronzer stick out a little bit more. There's so much ink. And then I'm pretty much ending this video pretty quick. So then I'm gonna go in with my Primer Infused Blush, matte blush. Just create a little bit of an ombre effect, just a little bit. And now, last step, setting spray, which is the e.l.f. Stay On It microphone setting mist. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!